Hello students. So in last period we started mechanical properties of solids. In that period we studied some definitions, that is definition of deformation, definition of deforming force, elasticity, then elastic body, perfectly elastic body, etc. Now today we start the next article from that chapter, that is stress. Stress means ताण. So what is mean by stress? When we take a rubber band and rubber band is pulled in two sides, what happen? There is a force which force opposes to change in shape and size. That force is called as restoring force. So the stress is defined as the internal restoring force per unit area of a body is called as stress. Now we find out formula for stress. So stress is defined as stress is equal to, it is equal to applied force divided by area. For force we write letter F, for area we can write letter A. Then we find its SI unit. Force SI unit is Newton divided by area, area means meter square. So Newton meter square is the SI unit of stress, or similarly it is equal to Pascal. So Pascal and Newton meter square are the SI unit of stress. Then we write its CGS unit. So CGS unit is equal to, here force is measured in dyne. So dyne per centimeter square is the CGS unit of a stress. Now we find out dimension. So dimension of stress is equal to, we know the formula or definition to find out dimension. So formula for stress is equal to force divided by area. So dimension of force is equal to m raised to power 1, l raised to power 1, t raised to power minus 2 divided by area. Dimension of area is equal to length into breadth. So length into breadth means l raised to power 2. When we find out dimensions, we take this term into numerator. So we get m1 l1 t minus 2. Here l raised to power 2 plus 2. When we take shift it into numerator, it becomes l raised to power minus 2. So we get dimension of stress is equal to, in square bracket, m raised to power 1. Here l raised to power minus 2 plus 1. Minus 2 plus 1 become minus 1. T raised to power minus 2. So we get dimension of stress is equal to, in square bracket, m1 l raised to power minus 1 t raised to power minus 2. Now we see types of stress. So first type of stress is called as tensile. Another name of stress is called as compressive. And another name of stress is called as longitudinal stress. So what is meant by tensile or compressive or longitudinal stress? For that we draw this diagram. So in that diagram we take a rubber or a wire having length capital L. When this wire is loaded with some weight mg, what happens? The length of that wire or metal wire changes. There is the increase in its length. Small l is the increase in its length. So we define tensile or compressive or longitudinal strain is defined as if the deforming force produces change in length of the wire, so that type of stress is called as tensile stress or compressive stress or longitudinal stress. Now we find out the formula for tensile stress. So tensile stress is equal to again same formula, applied force divided by area. Same again we get applied force F divided by A. Similarly SI unit of tensile or longitudinal trace is equal to Newton per meter square or Pascal. So CGS unit of tensile trace is equal to, we measure force in dyne and area in centimeter square. So dyne per centimeter square is again the CGS unit of tensile trace. Similarly, dimension of tensile trace is equal to F upon A. So again we get same term, that is this m raised to power 1, l raised to power minus 1, t raised to power minus 2. So that is the dimension of a tensile trace. Now second type of trace is called as volume trace, or it is also called as hydraulic strain. So what is meant by volume or hydraulic strain? Suppose we take a balloon here. Here volume of the balloon is equal to delta V. When we press it of pressure dP, its volume changes. So change in volume is equal to V minus delta V. So V minus delta V is the internal dotted circle which represent there is an increase or decrease in volume. So when we applied a force, then the internal restoring force per unit area is called as stress. Now volume stress means if the deforming force produces here change in volume, that type of stress is called as volume stress. Similarly, formula for volume stress is also same. That is equal to applied force divided by area. So we get volume stress is equal to, for applied force F divided by area A. So we get applied force is equal to area A into delta P divided by area A. Here area getting cancelled. So we get volume trace is equal to delta P, and delta P means there is a change in pressure Now we study third type. Third type is called as shearing trace. So shearing trace means what? When we apply deforming force, that deforming force produces change in shape of the body is called as shearing trace. Let us consider here. Here is the body ABCD. ABCD is a cube where AB is its base. When base is fixed, what happens? Suppose this is the book. Here ABCD is the book here. ABCD. This AB side is the fix here. When we take a tangential force, when we apply here tangential force, the pages are separated here. So that force is called as a tangential force. That means position of D becomes D dash, position of C comes to C dash. So there is the angle theta and H is the height. So we get shearing trace is equal to tangential force which is applied at upper surface of body, divided by A is the area. So we get shearing trace is again same formula, tangential force per unit area, so that is equal to F upon A. Now we see another definition. There is a definition of strain. So strain means what? The strain, it is the ratio of change in dimension of body to its original dimension. That means strain is equal to, we get formula, change in dimension divided by original dimension. That means when there is the same quantity, ratio of same quantity, that means there is no unit. So the SI unit becomes nil. That means if we take meter upon meter, meter getting cancelled. So there is also no dimension. So strain has no unit and no dimension. Now we see types of strain. Just we see there are three types of stress. Similarly, there are three types of a strain. So first type is called as tensile strain. So what is meant by tensile strain? Here again same figure which you have studied in trace. Here we take a metal wire whose one end is fixed to a rigid support at another end. When load is loaded here, then there is a change in length. That means tensile strain, it is the ratio of, what is ratio? That is the ratio of, so we write first definition. That is the definition of tensile strain, is the ratio of change in dimension. So instead of dimension, we have to write here change in length divided by original length. In figure, change in length is equal to small l, original length equal to capital L. So we got formula for tensile strain is equal to small l divided by capital L. Now we see another type. So next type is called as volume strain. So in volume strain, again same figure we have drawn for volume trace. Here is a balloon having volume delta V. When we apply pressure dP on it, there is a decrease in volume. So decrease in volume equal to V minus delta V. Suppose original volume is delta V, V is the original volume and delta V is a decrease in volume. So we got volume strain is equal to, it is the ratio of change in volume per unit original volume. So it is equal to delta V divided by V. It is the formula for volume strain. Now we see third type. So third type is called as shearing strain. For shearing strain, we have to again consider the same diagram. Now we see third type. Shearing strain. So shearing strain is defined as, it is the ratio of relative displacement of any layer to its perpendicular distance from the fixed layer is called as shearing strain. Here in this figure, AB is the fixed layer. Here D, D dash, C dash is a relative layer. So that is the relative displacement. We get formula shearing strain is equal to relative displacement of any layer divided by distance from its fixed layer. Here in this figure, we say that shearing strain is equal to relative displacement of any layer. Suppose here D to D dash, that is the relative displacement, or C to C dash. Now we consider this triangle ADD dash. In that we get relative displacement is equal to DD dash. So substitute your value. Divided by distance from fixed layer. The distance from fixed layer is equal to AD in figure. So we write that is equal to AD. DD dash is represented by letter X. Divided by AD is represented by letter H. So call this as equation number 1. We get formula shearing strain is equal to X upon H. Now we have to find out value of X by H. To find value of X by H, consider triangle ADD dash. Here ADD dash. Here is the angle theta. We have to find out value of tan theta is equal to, tan theta is equal to X divided by H. Tan theta is equal to opposite side upon hypotenuse, or opposite side upon adjacent side. So that is equal to tan theta is equal to X by H. So we get value of x by h equal to tan theta. So substitute this value in equation number 1. When we substitute this value in equation number 1, we get shearing strain is equal to x by h. Here we have to substitute value of x by h equal to tan theta. Here if theta is very small, if that angle is very small, then tan theta is nearly equal to theta. So we got here formula for shearing strain is equal to theta.